Morning, everyone. Call to order the meeting of the Infrastructure and Public Building Advisory Committee. All three districts are present. Meeting was properly posted. First item for discussion is possible action regarding minutes of June 24th.
Motion to approve.
All right, I'll second that motion. All those in favor say aye.
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 Abstain.
All right, item number 2, discussion of possible action regarding ARPA project list to include but unlimited scope, funding, schedule, and incidentals. Stacy?
I have nothing. Wait for the owner's rep.
All right, no report, no questions. Item number 3 is a discussion of possible action regarding TIP 2 and TIP 2A. Anything there, Stacy?
Nothing new.
All right, no report, no questions. All right, item number 4, discussion of possible action regarding capital improvements list, scope, funding, schedule, and incidentals. Stacy, do you have anything to report?
Well, we're moving forward with the egress on the 11th floor of the courthouse.
Okay. Anything new since last time you reported that? Last time? Okay. All right. All right. Anybody? All right. Item number 5, discussion of possible action regarding owner's representative report on ARPA projects by William White. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Juvenile, well, first we'll start with the elevators. Chantel and I received back a response on the contracts today. So hopefully within the next 2 weeks, we'll have that settled and have the elevators awarded.
That's for all the elevators, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
We will have 6 individual contracts for each building. Juvenile Justice Lobby, the DG contract is out or not out quite yet for the purchase order of the cameras. Yeah, so that purchase order will be issued after the 15th, year end. So court clerk, social distancing, 5th floor layouts complete. They're working on that. Asbestos abatement is on schedule. And that's going pretty well. The jury pavilion, we have a meeting on July 25th to discuss if we're moving forward or not, or what our plan is going to be at the pavilion.
Just for clarification on court clerk, social distancing, you don't have any schedule concerns at this point?
No,
okay.
We should be able to get the drawings out and have the funds, have the contract awarded by the end of the year. No problem.
Okay, thank you.
Question on all these: do you have like an internal kind of like deadline for some of these? Like you say, some stuff's on schedule, some's not. Like what?
Yes, we have schedules. We can present the schedule.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I think with it being 6 months until it has to be all obligated.
Yep.
I think seeing what things just be done by a certain date would be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a asbestos contract. The original schedule was 240 days. They should beat that.
Okay.
And that'll allow us to begin the project before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can get that to you.
Bill, real quick, on the jury pavilion, the meeting on the 25th, are you anticipating that meeting figuring out whether we're moving forward or not?
Correct.
And is Mr. Barnes going to be a part of that meeting?
The goal is Mr. Barnes and Mr. Warren will be there.
Thank you.
Sheriff's Office's project's complete, final documents. I actually put the engineer's copy in their office today. Clerk's books. Our attachment didn't get added for some reason, but I'll have that today for you. We'll pass it out. Right now, the abatement on the north side of the hall should be, or across the hall, phase 2 should be done a couple weeks. Chris is saying no later than 2 weeks. The floor carpet, that purchase order will be probably around the 15th, after the 15th, for the carpet PO. Yeah. And as soon as we get the carpet pulled up and their initial work complete, we'll start the remodel. So right now, we're waiting on a purchase order to the carpet company for their demo, remove all the old carpet, prep it the way they want it, and then we'll bring in the contractor to put in the ceilings, tile, put in the paint and tape bed, get it all done. But that right now still looks like we should have it complete well before the September 12th annex first floor project starts.
Okay.
Front entrance, again, September 12th. We have a meeting, I believe it's July 29th, July 30th, with Mr. Warren to review our phasing schedule and be sure that we're all in agreement on jury movements through the project.
That meeting's when?
I believe it's July 29th or 30th. But we are going to have a late July meeting after the phasing's complete to confirm we're okay with this office. So we have 5 phases currently, and we need to be sure we have sign off by everybody on what we're going to do. Juvenile justice roof complete, waiting pending final documents. Camera security is complete. Again, the elevators we talked about. Behavioral health services, really no change, except we'll have 60% drawings this Friday, and the expectation, Stacy's turning this loose to do architectural, mechanical, electrical reviews. Existing jail HVAC, that project's been awarded. We're having a pre-construction meeting tomorrow at 9 a.m. Existing jail roof replacement's complete. The loading dock, we're still waiting on a couple materials to get there, but it's about 50% done. No work going on right now, but it should be in the next 2 or 3 weeks to get it done. Existing jail metal roof is complete.
All right, any questions?
Move to receive the report. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.
I'll second.
All right, it's been moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, item number 6, discussion possible action to present an update on meetings of the Citizens Oversight Advisory Board.
They did meet last week. They picked a new vice chairman, Mike Mize. Steve Mason's still the chairman. And they received some status reports from the vendors on where they're at on the project. As you just heard, we're gonna get 60% plans this week for the project. So it's moving forward really well from a design perspective. And then they talked, everybody was invited to the Alabama trip this week. All offices and the committees and so forth. I don't think many are going to be able to attend, but our vendors will represent us going down there to review the precast cell production for the precast concrete version to see, how well we like that and see if that's what we're going to incorporate in our project.
All right, any questions for Stacy? I'll entertain a motion to receive report.
So move.
Second.
Move in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Discussion possible action regarding procuring a structural engineer to address concerns in existing detention center. Stacy?
I think I attached that scope and fee to your agenda. It's pretty reasonable, but I need to know what fund you want to take that out of so I can get that going.
I have a question. Just it says hourly rate not to exceed $2,900.
No,
Does that
the
mean
hourly
it-
rate is less than that, but the total not to exceeds the 2,900.
And that's why. So the correction to that would be just the total project not to exceed $2,900. Correct? Okay.
For his initial review.
Correct.
And then
Yeah.
once we find out if there are issues and what's wrong, may have a design true design fee after that, and then we'll have to make the repairs. So it's maybe a longer project coming at us, but we need to get started.
All right. Good. You got ideas on where we should get the money from? Or Stacy, do you have?
Well, you have,
Thinking that
this
as
committee
needed.
has that account that you use for unforeseen problems that pop up.
Which is the one that I'm leaning towards. Do you have, I know we kind of use that as emergencies. We reserve that for emergencies, unforeseen items. Thus, many times those cannot be anticipated, but you see anything big on the horizon that you might need us to utilize those funds for?
I don't have anything that comes to mind. Keith might have something in the back of his mind that he may know that's coming, but this is definitely one of those unforeseen items that we didn't know about, so it fits the category pretty well.
That would probably be my preference. We're a little more flexible with that fund. That this is kind of what it was designed for. I'm had the same mental note that Charles did. The email that we have says at an hourly rate not to exceed $2,900. So that it needs to be buttoned up to be clear. I mean, it further states what senior staff engineer charges $130 an hour. So it's clearly a typo, but that's an important typo that needs to be fixed and cleared up when we do have an engagement with this particular company. So.
Okay.
You want to make a motion to recommend that to BOCC?
Yeah, I'll make a, second,
Sorry,
Mr.
Keith?
Monroe.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm new. Typically, when we deal with Zoll Ford, we'll get initial estimates every time they exceed the proposed amount. And so you really don't know what you don't know. Their investigation is like unraveling a ball of twine. So I fully expect that number to exceed what you've been given.
What we're talking about is just for the investigative.
That's what I'm talking about.
So you think it?
Maybe
likely to go on
3,500
there.
or something.
Yeah, we had that same thing over here with the courthouse, and that nearly doubled in price as it related to the time spent necessary to do the work. Also recently in Metro Parking, the same thing. So that $2,900 figure, I think might be a baseline.
I would be comfortable with 3,500, not to exceed 3,500 at those hourly rates, and we'll button that up if you'll make that motion.
Well, they're going to take the amount of time that they need to take to get a full investigation done, correct?
Right.
Heard from Keith last time it was double. So, I mean, we're not authorizing that we're going to spend a certain amount. We're authorizing an amount not to exceed. So I would say let's go ahead and double that based on the last item that Keith mentioned, and make a recommendation to approve a contract at $6,000 and not to exceed $6,000. That way we're not having to come back here and then go back to BOCC when we're talking a couple $1,000 if it's necessary and needed. So.
Okay.
Right, it's been moved. Is there any discussion or is there a second for the motion?
I'll second that motion.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Keith.
All right,
And
and
Stacy.
yeah, thank you. Is it board's pleasure? I think I'll go back and reopen the item with William White again. We have a document to receive, and also the just like to recognize that the clerk is here. If she has any questions on this item too. No, okay. All right. If you don't have any questions, then maybe it'd be proper just to move to receive this document.
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
All right.
I'll second.
All right, it's been moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, again, at your pleasure, I'm happy to open up the item again if you have any questions or any discussion. All right, seeing none. Any citizens participation? Right, any new business? All right, any board comments?
No, thank you.
None for me.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
You have one.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Half the time I forget to mash my button. That was my fault, Cassie.
You guys in okay? You in?
Mm.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay. All right, I'd like to call to order meeting of the PBA Advisory Committee. The meeting was properly posted. All three districts are present. Item number one is discussion and possible action regarding the minutes of June 24th.
Motion to approve.
I will second that motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Item number two, discussion and possible action regarding ARPA capital projects.
Defer to owner's rep.
Okay, all right, the report. Departmental items. Item number three, discussion and possible action regarding update from the owner's representative for PBA ARPA projects. William White, welcome back.
First off, the elevators are the same. We are received the response back from Kone, and hopefully we'll have that purchase order out in the next couple of weeks for all the projects. First, emergency ops, no real change. We are working with OG&E and trying to fulfill a couple of requirements they have, but we're moving forward with that.
Anything new since last time on 37th Street? Any progress?
Other than we are just going to put that as an alternate for
Yep.
Lingo, and we have the drawings to engineering. I don't know if they've completed their estimate, but those drawings are available to start with.
Okay.
And then the ICB remodel, we're working through Lingo's estimate and funding of those, the shortages and how we want to proceed there. We have released the architect to finish the interior remodel with the new structural and exterior design. I should say revised structural design.
Okay, and the ICB remodel, no scheduling concerns there right now?
No, just funding right now.
Okay. Any questions?
Our funding deficiency, I had a conversation with Stacy about a TIF reimbursement coming back to us to help with that gap. It's nearly $2 million.
When are we anticipating receiving that reimbursement?
Any day. It's been in for over a month. We check with the city every week to see where we're at.
Remind me exactly what our gap is.
With today's estimates, approximately $4 million. There had been some discussion about using the TIF reimbursement of $2 million, $1 million perhaps out of PBA reserve, and an additional $1 million from the bonds that had been recently issued. Keep in mind, however, that at the beginning of the fiscal year, we executed contracts and set aside that amount of money necessary for debt service at the beginning of the fiscal year. So the PBA reserve value is closer to $2.1, $2.2 million today. So that may change how you think about how to use it.
I think those are all plausible funding options. My one question on the $2 million that we have coming back from the TIF reimbursement, we've been utilizing that as rollover money to start a new project, right? Are there other?
I've got some funds to seed and then starting a new project already.
Okay. I think I think that funding mechanism, the 2-1-1 structure, is probably the route that we need to go. I mean, we can't, I don't think, do that based on this particular agenda item, but at a future meeting, I think we need to iron that out specifically so that the project doesn't hang up on High Center at all.
No, and that is inclusive of the mechanical, all the changes and additions that we've talked about and included. Okay.
All right, any other questions or discussion?
Motion to receive report.
Second.
Then moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Give us just a minute. We prematurely recorded that vote.
All right.
I apologize.
Item number 4, discussion possible action regarding update on investors' capital.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Give me just a second. I apologize. Thank you.
Item number 4, discussion possible action regarding update on the investors' capital building exterior. Keith, any report? No? Okay. Item number 5, update regarding the investors' capital interior project. No date, no update. All right, any citizen participation? Any new business? Any board comments? All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.